Hi Libra Nation, this is going to be your forecast for the 18th through the 24th of May. Good for Sun, Rising, Moon, and Venus of Libra. As always, keep in mind this is a general reading, so it may not resonate with everyone that watches. If it doesn't resonate, try watching readings on this channel for any other placement in your natal chart. You could find your messages there instead. Libra, if you want to book a private reading with me about health, wealth, love, or destiny, the link to my website is down in the description below. If you're new, welcome to Soma Chandra Tarot. Subscribe and hit the bell so you know when I read for your sign. Right now it's Soma Chandra Libra. For my newcomers, hey Libra Nation, I made a whole channel just for you guys. It's called Soma Chandra Libra. On that other channel, I do love messages and often downloads for you guys randomly every couple of days. So on this channel, I do a Celtic cross so that we can look at every part of your life. You could apply this reading to any specific part of your life that you have questions about. They wanted me to use a lot of oracle cards. This one oracle deck that I haven't used in a while, this deck was waiting to talk. I did not expect my guides to want me to be so comprehensive with this deck. And then they wanted me to use some other decks as well. So I was like, okay, I guess this deck has the messages. And I'm glad I used all the decks that I did, because I see that a lot of parts of your life right now, Libra, are intersecting. I think a lot of you are focused on your own personal path towards healing. I think a lot of you are on a very spiritual path right now, breaking old patterns and trying to find your own way and your own intuition, listening to your own intuition and spiritual guidance. I also see a strong focus on finances and money. And I think that that came out in your new moon in Taurus reading as well. We're about to move into the full moon in Sagittarius, and there will also be an eclipse. So it's going to amplify the Jupiterian energy. And Jupiter, Sagittarius, being ruled by Jupiter, this full moon coming in very soon, wants you to expand and grow. You will be thinking a lot about how you can expand and grow spiritually and also towards abundance. I see a focus on the material realm and the pentacle realm right now. You need to let go of old patterns, Libra, and let go of old stories that you're telling yourself, and free yourself of worry and anxiety as best you can, so that you can allow for Jupiter's energy to come in and help heal. It will cause you to want to expand, but I think that pull to expand will also cause you to examine a scarcity mindset and kind of force you to have moments where you know you have to let go of some old patterns so that you can move forward towards that Sag energy, right, at the end of the month. And I see how it's going to play out for you. This deck often likes to work in pairs. A lot of my oracle decks do. First two sets that came out, the door to personal healing and happiness, I'm so pleased to see that, and the temple path. It's like you're going out into your own garden of spirituality here, and you're going into your own temple right now. You're finding your path to your own little personal temple. This is leading you towards personal healing and personal happiness, which is really beautiful. And then I have walking away, door to spirit. You are clearly walking away from something that's necessary for you to walk away from at this time, and moving towards your higher self, moving up into the upper realms right now. Sometimes we're, dealing with the devil and the moon, which is our lower chakras and our lower energies and our earthly selves. We are earthlings. We are humans. It's okay to get into that part of our life. I see you really trying to walk away from things that don't serve you and go your own way on your own path, and you're moving towards the door to spirit. You are going to try to connect with the divine. This dove of peace is here. Some of you may feel as though you are being visited by a loved one, perhaps, that's passed on. Sorry, let me turn that light around, which I like for you. And I think it's because you're meant to surrender to worry. Make a commitment not to lead an anxiety-driven life. When worries arise, breathe them out of your body. Focus on the power of your heart and have faith that spirit is guiding you always. You are going through the door. You just have to have faith. that Spirit will guide you. Spirit will guide you. Spirit guides me. Once I relax and listen to Spirit, I always go in a good direction. And even if it's not a good direction, I don't think it's a good direction, it's usually the right direction. It just didn't maybe feel that way at the time. Things started to shift. Financial constraints and door to value. And then I also have blossoming abundance and anxiety. Whoa. I also have surrender your belief in scarcity. I love it when this happens. I love it when the decks talk to each other and play well together. Sometimes I get very random, not very cohesive messages. It doesn't make them wrong. It just means the different decks want to touch on different parts of your life. There's a lot of congruency here in this reading. I noticed that right away. So the universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance at this time. And this way you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. You guys need to let go of a scarcity mindset. Worrying will not change your financial situation. Worry in and of itself is a sign that you might need to make some changes. So it's not that worrying is bad or wrong, but worrying in and of itself won't make any changes. You guys seem to have anxiety about blossoming abundance. Some of my entrepreneurs and my business owners, you want your business to blossom. You want to experience abundance. And it's maybe not happening as quickly as you want it to, and you have anxiety. Try to think of practical reasons why, solutions, be reasonable with yourself, have reasonable expectations. I see that there are financial constraints. So here we have the wardrobe that's empty, the cupboard is empty, and then we have this door to abundance. So some of you need to maybe shift your mindset, and you might be in a situation right now that's causing financial constraints, when what you really want to do is move towards a door that has more value. You may need to consider changing jobs. You may need to consider doing something practically in the 3D that will bring more abundance into your life. I see a big focus on finances and resources right now. I'm always actually really thrilled to see Pentacle Realm stuff for air signs and water signs. It's not that air signs don't think about money, but air signs aren't earth signs. So address your anxiety, being realistic about what it is you value, what kind of abundance you want in your life, and be realistic about your financial constraints. Get to the bottom of the anxiety and worry and your belief in scarcity. Ask yourself, how can I be more realistic about money? What's my relationship with money? What's my financial goal and plan 1 year from now, 5 years from now? Am I willing to wait for a return on an investment? Yeah, the universe is just acknowledging this. I was like, whoa, there's so much money coming out. I also notice at the bottom of the deck here, I have indecision. First chakra, what's driving you? What else is down here? The sun, happiness. What brings you vitality? What drives you? You're not really sure. Don't overthink it. Trust your gut. Air signs can overthink anything until they've wound themselves up. That doesn't serve you. It's a shadow trait of air signs, in particular Libra. We struggle with indecision. Just go with what feels right. One of your guides just said, it's not about whether or not you'll make the right or wrong decision. The spiritual lesson will come when you just make the decision. It's about you making a decision as opposed to which road is quote unquote right for you. Interesting. Yeah, again, your guides think that you're going to have spiritual growth when you stop hemming and hawing and you just make a choice. Even if a year from now you feel like you made the wrong choice, get into the habit of being able to trust yourself enough to make a choice. Because when you just refuse to make a choice, the wheel of fortune doesn't turn for you. Or it turns, but you're resisting it. Try not to resist it. Just make a choice. They just said, the choice you make will be fine. Oh yeah, and I also noticed surrender to success. You are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. Some of you need to have some kind of an overhaul. I also see some of you feel like you have a little bit of a fear of intimacy. You need to listen to your intuition. Okay, so in regards to relationships, If you are not feeling this way, I may be describing a person around you that's in focus for you. Apprehensive, guarded, cautious, and afraid, nourish, self-harmony, soul growth, comfort, unconditional, innocent, support, whole heart, and confusion, puzzled, unsettled, unclear. I have mirror at the bottom of the deck. Reflection, shared feelings, you. So if this is you, Libra, some of you are confused and feeling a little cautious and apprehensive about relationships right now, or a specific relationship. I think that you want to focus more on supportive, wholehearted, unconditional love, such as friends and family. Maybe you're down for the unconditional love at this point in the friendship, but you seem to be wanting to nourish yourself. I think you want to spend some time alone. Some of you aren't quite ready for a serious relationship. You're getting close. But right now your focus is on self-harmony, self-comfort, soul growth. You do seem a little unsettled and confused and apprehensive about love right now. You want more of support at the moment. If you're not feeling that way and you're saying, no, Carrie Lee, no, Soma, Chandra, I'm actually aching for love from this one person, and you're confused about why that person isn't returning that to you, this is why. They're not quite ready. Okay, they're not quite ready. Maybe they're the ones that are a little apprehensive and guarded because they have healing to do and they're doing self-reflection. But I did mean for this to be you. If you have a specific question in your mind, think of it right now, quickly, and here is your answer within the next few months, and it's up to you. I also notice improving health at the bottom of the deck and big happy changes. So they want you to focus on your health, or perhaps a person you're connecting to really needs to focus on their health before they can be a good partner or friend to you, if it's romantic. But if you have a specific question, the angels are saying it's really up to you. Again, with the indecision coming out, she's pointing at you. She's saying it's up to you. You make the choice. We'll support whatever you choose. We really will. The universe will just adjust around whatever choice you make. You know, there's lessons to be learned no matter what choice you make. Within the next few months, the answer to your question will reveal itself, okay? But focus on health, or maybe someone in your environment needs to focus on health as well. So I used it for another sign, and they wanted me to use it for you too. This is Sal Bayadora from Eat, Read, Love. This is one of his deck. It's called the Bougie deck. I really love this deck. I have not used it in a while, and I came across it the other day on my shelf, and I was like, Sal, I have to use the Bougie deck. Yes. So this is an interesting reading for you this week. Moving closer to this full moon. The Seven of Swords in reverse came out in the middle of everything for you. This is your main focus right now. This is about turning over a new leaf. This is about catching ourselves in moments of insecurity where we've kidded ourselves and cheated ourselves. Sometimes we experience a bit of guilt in some way with the Seven of Swords in reverse, but not always. It's where we face a little bit of imposter syndrome. Look up imposter syndrome. It's where you don't believe you're worthy in some way, and you're having a hard time being flexible and adaptable. I feel like a lot of you want to turn over a new leaf. I think you will be facing some things, and this is important for you to do, to get really real with yourself, because once that full moon in Sagittarius comes and that eclipse comes to amplify it, Jupiter will want you to expand and grow, and you won't be ready for it, and you won't be able to experience the full benefits of it, Libra, until you examine the things and places in your life where maybe you've cheated yourself, or you've been dishonest, or someone's been dishonest with you and you let them get away with it. It's a moment of clarity in a way that feels somewhat uncomfortable, but this is about karma and cause and effect and breaking patterns of insecurity and turning over new leaves in our lives. I love this. I was like, whoa, I'm surprised by this, but I guess it's important. I guess it's necessary. A main challenge for you right now is the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Coins in reverse. Some of you have been connecting to an earth sign. Maybe you have earth in your chart. Now I got to tell you, let me cut right to the chase because I have some other pentacles here. In your crowning position, Libra, we have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse and the 9 of Pentacles in reverse and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, I could interpret this one of two ways. Some of you have been workaholics. You have been over-investing in work. Have realistic expectations of yourself, okay? Work smart as well as hard, because the Knight of Pentacles in reverse is not as productive as it could be, okay? Or it's productive, but you're not really feeling like you're moving towards any abundance. So some of you have been some of you get to your desk every day. When the 8 of Pentacles comes in reverse, you sit down and you're like, oh my God, why am I doing this? Maybe you're just working too much. Also, some of you with the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, this is a person that's maybe working towards financial stability and independence, and you're just in the process of it. But an extreme way I could interpret this is some of you have some unrealistic expectations about money, and some of you are having a hard time working productively towards abundance. You're either working too hard and being workaholics, or you might have some unrealistic expectations. Make sure you finish what you start. Otherwise, you're just going to go in circles. Make sure the work that you do, you stand back, you look at your accomplishments, you feel as though you're perfecting a task. You know, the 8 of Pentacles is where we do a task to mastery. Some of you are having a hard time consistently keeping up with your routine. Some of you are having a hard time with productivity, but it's also attached to an unrealistic expectation of money and finances. Just make some tweaks and adjustments. Don't have such high expectations of yourself either. Sometimes when the Knight of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles come in reverse, it's we have unrealistic expectations of ourselves. You may realize that. You may realize that. And you'll have some moments of catharsis about that. Yeah, some of you want to work a little bit more productively. It's just a struggle right now. It might even make you feel somewhat guilty. Listen to your guilt. It could be warranted. You could take that emotion and be productive with it. And then you'll get this Knight of Pentacles right into the upright, where it's just slow and steady wins the race. He doesn't take a lot of risks, but he really proves himself. This Knight is what you see is what you get. I show up and I prove my worth through my deeds and actions. I'm not wild, I'm not sexy, I just get shit done. Yeah, so a routine that will bring you towards abundance will help you. If, on the other hand, some of you are just wringing your hands with anxiety, you might need to release your financial expectations of yourself and someone else, and you might need to work a little bit harder or a little bit smarter. Yeah. You might just not be ready to put a lot of work into something yet. You might be struggling to give up independence. It could be that too. What seems to be driving you is the 2 of Pentacles in reverse and the King of Wands in reverse. So if you're the King of Wands in reverse, you're having a hard time showing up and consistently inspiring yourself and others at this time. You may be very focused on your own personal goals. I kind of get the feeling this might be a person around you. Some of you want to give up being a bachelor and get more into a serious relationship. I think that some of you are trying to make room in your life for some other things. You've been way overcommitted, and some of you have been trying to figure out how to maybe get a relationship going. It could be with a fire sign. I don't know that that's happening yet, or you're not sure you can be consistent at this time or take a strong, passionate lead. With the 2 of Pentacles in reverse, you're not making any excuses for yourself. I think you're just acknowledging that you've been a little overcommitted. You might be trying to make room in your life for more so that you can take a strong lead and bring maybe this King of Wands in. Yeah, for some of you, I think this is another person. Or it's also a person that you're done with, that you're not making excuses for anymore. And you also don't want to put any more work into it either, because that person might have been shallow. Yeah, I just heard that just now too. Deep within and recent past, Queen of Cups in the upright, 7 of Wands. Some of you have been a little guarded with a water sign. For others of you, you're the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is here with her cup of love. She's very emotionally intuitive and in flow and very intelligent, But because she's so smart with who she gives her cup to, she's pretty guarded until she feels comfortable with a person. She won't just hand that cup to anybody. So I see you guys here in this very loving, nurturing energy. Some of you have water in your chart and your rising moon or Venus. So it's like you're here creating a loving environment, but I have the 7 and the 9 of Wands here for you. So some of you, it's like, I have love to give, but I have walls at the same time. Some of you really have your walls up. Or this is a water sign that wants to come towards you and you're feeling really guarded. If you're the cross-watching water sign, here's your sign. He or she the Libra needs some space maybe. But I think this is you. But you're just feeling like maybe you're being challenged at this time and you're a little overwhelmed. Some of you look a bit overwhelmed because your feelings are the 9 of Wands. Life is a bit of a battlefield for you right now. I can see that because you are very focused on getting into your spiritual path, walking away from what doesn't serve you, but then you're all kind of wound up about success and money too. It's a lot going on. I see you getting a little worn down. And I see that you see yourself as the High Priestess in reverse. When the High Priestess comes in reverse, I have a saying about her: Mommy needs a minute. Mommy needs a minute. Some of you need a little bit more than alone time. Yeah, it's like she just wants to drink her coffee by herself. She feels kind of challenged. She feels a little threatened. Life's a bit of a struggle right now. Maybe you're a little overworked. It's like some of you have a lot of love to give, but you feel like the universe might be putting blocks up. That might be because they want you to focus on the Pentacle realm and get that square. But I kind of feel like a lot of you need some alone time to get grounded and get in touch with your intuition. Some of you might be pulling back and ghosting, or you're questioning your own intuition at this time. We all do. Even I do. I question my own intuition all the time. Some of you feel like you need to withdraw and get into your own spirituality. You are walking away from something and moving towards the door of spirit and on the temple path. I feel like the High Priestess will right herself. Go back and tap into all your divine feminine wisdom and knowledge. Even my guys, even my masculines. There is a High Priestess living within all of us. But your current actions are the Hierophant in reverse. Some of you are rejecting a Taurus. It's interesting with the Hierophant and the High Priestess here. The Hierophant is the system, family, traditional spiritual wisdom and knowledge, large spiritual paths. The Hierophant can be anything from a serious relationship to your family, your community at large. Sometimes the Hierophant can be a bank, a university, a teacher, a counselor. The Hierophant can be your government. It can be a whole country. It's something larger than yourself, a community at large, but it is very traditional and there are rules. The High Priestess and the Hermit both break away from the Hierophant. It's not that they negate the Hierophant. They don't want to negate the Hierophant. They just want to go off and do their own thing. Right now, I think you guys are thinking about a serious commitment, but some of you may feel the need to pull out of something. You want to be your own best teacher. You're definitely challenging the status quo and the norm. Others may see you as somewhat rebellious and a little different, and it may have to do with your thoughts and feelings and beliefs about anything from religion to politics, gender identity and sexuality. I think you might be challenging a lot of things right now. That may make you a little fearful that you're not right or your intuition's wrong. I don't think that that's true. I think you've got to do what you've got to do for yourself. Some of you are just pulling out of, you're not ready for a serious relationship in some way. You're not ready to commit. Yeah, air signs will, especially Libras, we will define the truth for ourselves. We usually don't need another person to tell us. Some of you might be breaking some kind of a teacher-student contract. I think it's probably the right move for you. You might be leaving a big company. In your environment, 4 cards came out. So this is either your response to the environment, hidden factors that you're not aware of. I kind of mean for it to be a person around you. I have the 5 of Cups, the Star, Aquarius, the Moon, Pisces, and the Wheel of Fortune, all in the upright. Someone in your environment may be very confused about how they feel about you. They may want a renewal, or they're wishing on a star for you. They've been disappointed by how things have played out and they have some regrets. They're hoping for an expansion with you. They wonder how fate will play out between the two of you. I also see that for some of you, the hidden factors that are affecting you that you're not aware of, Libra, is you have some regrets that you need to face and work through and forgive yourself for and just move on from. There is hope. Have hope and faith that a renewal of spirit is coming for you. There's a lot of unknown hidden factors. With the moon and the wheel, the universe might be intentionally blocking future predictions for you. They might want you to stop watching tarot and just start manifesting in the 3D more, or they may want you to kind of unplug spiritually a little bit. And they're saying, look, have hope and faith. Let go of your regrets. The future remains to be seen. There is a lot of untapped hidden potential in your future. Watch out for illusion and wishful thinking. It's really up to a lot of factors and fate and timing. Your destiny is in your hands, but they're not going to reveal a whole lot at this time. The universe will do that to us sometimes. So it's either that's happening for you and the universe is saying, really focus on your present moment right now. Expansion is coming. Expansion will come, but you need to listen to your intuition and address your maybe moody emotions. Check in on your moon sign, what your moon sign is. That can help you with that. The wheel will turn in your favor. You may have some big changes coming in Aquarius season of next year, or Pisces season. Again, the way you're feeling is the 9 of Wands, so kind of guarded. It's a test of faith. Your boundaries and your walls are up a bit right now. And I think it's because you just don't want a lot of drama in your life. It's like, I almost feel like you guys are okay with an uncertain fate and future to a degree. Your guides are encouraging you to let go of fear and trust in renewal and work through some of your feelings of guilt or turning over a new leaf in some way, becoming more productive, figuring out your own path. I have the Fool and the 6 of Swords, and I often associate the Fool with Libra. The Fool for me is, Aries, but also Sag, Gemini, Libra, lighthearted signs. Libra's ageless. We never age. We're like little unicorns running through a field. We're very lighthearted, very young at heart. I think you just want to feel light and happy. I think that you want to feel clean and innocent and just not a care in the world. With the Fool and the 6 of Swords, you are ending on like a slow, calm, happy, easygoing kind of energy. I think you're going to have a decent week, Libra. I think you're going to be thinking about a lot, but ultimately you really don't want to have to deal with a whole lot right now. Make sure you're not being foolish and shirking your responsibilities. But with the Fool in the upright here, I think that you just want to feel like lighthearted and easygoing and be a true Libra and feel the butterflies pulling you up and being happy-go-lucky, and you just want to leave drama behind you and move to calm waters. So it is going to be a good week for you. It seems like there's a lot going on all at once. I do have the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. New cycles with love are starting. Right now it looks like you just need to nourish yourself a little bit more and surrender your belief of scarcity, surrender worry, and surrender to success. Within the next few months, you'll realize that a choice that you want to make really is in your hands, and you'll let go of the indecision. Yeah, that's a pretty deep forecast for you guys. It went a long time. Thanks for being patient with me while I went through it. All right, Libra, that's the 17th through the 24th. Hope it resonates. Hope it helps. Check out Soma, Chandra, Libra. Check me out on IG and Facebook as well. Link to the website for a private reading is in the description below. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Libra. Take care of yourselves. I love you guys. I'll see you next.